Do you want me to ask you your fresh questions?
Sure.
Okay. When did you know you wanted to be an engineer, Dr. Kenville?
So it's kind of interesting that I ended up at McMaster because McMaster is the reason that I decided to become an engineer. So the Fireball show came to my high school and gave a presentation, and they dunked things in liquid nitrogen and talked about all the different cool things that engineers can do. And that's when I really started to consider engineering as a career option beyond just being good at math and science. So.
Very cool.
What about you, Julia? When did you consider being an engineer?
Well, in high school, I really excelled in math and science, which is the classic answer, but I felt like I had an innate curiosity of how things worked, especially having two older brothers. We were always like when we were younger, playing Lego and stuff and destroying things, and having your brothers as kind of like your mentors when you're really young, or as your best friends when you're really young, gave me a sense of destroying things and how things work, and like acting like kind of like a boy, I guess. So that's when I decided I decided engineering was a good option for me, and my older brother's also in engineering, and he was very encouraging of me entering the field of engineering, and I never thought that I couldn't do it because of that support that I had from him. So, how about you?
It was my dad. I was always very interested in problem solving and getting my hands dirty and trying to fix things. And my dad's an engineer, and I always felt that I was most similar to him and related a lot to him. And I remember sitting down looking at all the universities that I applied to, and he always just told me, "You're going to be the engineer in the family." I said, "Oh, I don't know," but then it was the one that I felt most connected to and that I could see myself in. So, yeah.
Cheryl, what challenges do women in engineering face, and what has helped you overcome some of these challenges?
So I think a lot of the challenges that women in engineering face have to do with feeling that they are capable of doing it and that they belong there, because women tend to be a minority in a lot of engineering disciplines. I think not being able to see females who are already working in that environment that you could identify with is a bit of a challenge. So having female mentors certainly I found made a huge difference as far as being able to envision myself on my career path and seeing what sort of struggles they sometimes have working with difficult colleagues or balancing work and life. So there are a lot of challenges. Some of them are just internal, as far as imposter syndrome and things like that. But I think having people that you can discuss these concerns with really helps a lot. So how has having a female mentor made an impact on you?
It's allowed me to have somebody who I can relate to, and that's been really important because I was able to connect with my female mentor and other female mentors that I have in my life, and it allows me to relate to them, and they understand my personal goals and my values and my career goals, and they want to help me and see the best in me and keep building on that, which I think has really impacted me and my ability to learn.
Yeah, and just to build on Marissa's answer, I think having a female mentor and someone who's very family-oriented shows the importance, and who can demonstrate the importance of a work-life balance has been important to me as well. Especially in terms of, especially because you're in a career that I could kind of see myself in, and you're able to make time for your professional life and your personal life, which is important to me.
What does International Women's Day mean to you, and why is it important?
So International Women's Day, I think, is very important to recognize the fact that while we've made a lot of progress in terms of supporting women in professional environments and also just in the world, there are still areas in which they can be improved. So from a personal perspective, I like that it's a day that causes people to take pause and think about where there may still be some challenges, perhaps in their workplace or in their personal lives, where they can make some efforts towards supporting the women that surround them.